Hey everyone, welcome back to the Wyoming Knits YouTube channel. My name is Jenny Lee, and this is my channel where I like to talk about all things knitting. Today is Sunday, August 11th, 2024, and this is episode 53. Thank you for stopping by today. I hope you enjoy this chat about knitting today. If you haven't already hit the subscribe button, go ahead and do that. Hit the like button. Leave a comment if there's something that you saw that you like, something that you would like more information about. I do try to put everything in the description box below, links to where you can find everything. If there is a link, today I'm coming to you from Southwest Wyoming, where I live with my husband, our daughter, and our little Yorkie Dax. You can find me on Instagram as Jenny Lee Knits, and you can find me on Ravelry as Jenny Lee S Knits. Right now it is 10:20 this Sunday morning, and it is 73 degrees outside, and we're supposed to get to a high of 84. So I'm not sure how long I'll be able to keep this sweater on throughout the episode. So let's dive in and start chatting about the knitting. The first thing I would like to share with you is what I am wearing. This is the Neon Nectar sweater by Woolen Pine. It's got this fun detail down the side and right here on the both shoulders. This yarn that I used is Sinful yarn, and it was the Northern Lights color. I did not alternate skeins on this, so part of one skein was a little bit darker than, like, this is lighter and this is all one skein, so it got a little bit darker in some spots, but I like it. I think it's very bright and colorful, and it's got some gray in there. It is very, very soft and very comfortable. Her yarn is always super, super soft. I love all the socks that I've made with her fingering weight yarn. I think last time I was on one of the sleeves. So I finished off the sleeve, did the neckband, and set it out to block. And then after that, I finished my Felici socks. Let's see. I was right here last time. I had picked up the stitches for the heel, and I just needed to finish out the foot and the toe. So I am so excited to wear these. This main color is Fleck by Momma Jess Knits, and these pops of color were just from my Row 1 subscription. I found some minis in there that I thought were neon pops that I could pair with that, and it turned out pretty good. Then I finished my morning coffee socks. I made these for one of my cousins. This pattern is from the Crazy Sock Lady. This was the I Love sock set by You Knit I Dye. So those ones are also finished. And then I only worked on a few other things this week. So I got my socks done and my sweater. That was my big projects. And then I just kind of worked on some other things. I started a new project. So let's talk about works in progress. So the first thing we'll talk about in works in progress is my August Felici socks. Last year I did the Desert Vista Dye Works monthly challenge where you knit a skein of Desert Vista Dye Works yarn into a project. Could be a hat, mittens, full-size socks, or 2 pairs of shorties. And I did that and I enjoyed it, and I had a lot of leftover Felici or Felici that I hadn't used before. Let's see if that'll focus. There we go. And I decided I wanted to do my own challenge where I knit a pair of Felici socks every month this year. It is the 8th month and I am on track. I have knit 7 pairs of socks so far. This is pair number 8. This is from their summer of the 2022 collection. And I am doing the String of Lights pattern by Witchery. I did not do a contrast. I just started with where the skein started. I cast on 64 stitches with a German twisted cast on. I did 20 rounds of knit 2 purl 2 for the ribbing, and then I started in on the pattern. I'm getting ready to do the heel on this one. So I was right here last time. I had just started this blue section. And I knit about that much. And I put in my marker so I could do the heel. So when I get to the back side, I will start on my heel. So the first sock, I'm guessing, should be done by next week. And then I worked on this pair of socks. This is a Fancy Boy Designs bag. And this one is one I got from Happy Mermaid Yarn Co. in a sock set. And this one is Yarn Dragon Fibers. In the Limelight Deluxe sock set. Kaleidoscope is the main color, and Limealicious is the contrast. So I've added a little bit of progress. I was here last time and I'm just working on the foot. It looks like I might have about 20 to 30 rows left before the toe. I chose to do the heel in the main color, and then I'll do contrast cuff and toe. This one I cast on 64 stitches, 2x2 rib, 20 rounds, vanilla. I usually just use the numbers from the Crazy Sock Ladies vanilla socks pattern. The numbers on Magic Loop, DPNs, and 9-inch circular are all the same. It just has different instructions for which needle you're using, like where to put your markers for 9-inch circulars, It talks about how many stitches should be on each needle on magic loop and on DPNs, so whichever one you prefer. And then once you get those down, those numbers down, it's easy to convert them to any pattern that you would like. So working on those. Summer sock camp is coming to an end. The end of this month is the end of summer sock camp. I have one more week and then I go back to school. So we'll see how many more socks I get done before the end of the month. Those were the only 4 pairs of socks that I worked on this week. And then I worked on some sweaters. I worked on this sweater, got it finished, and then I worked on, let's see, my other sweater that I had cast on that I was working on at the same time as I was doing this one. I got really far on this one and then I switched back over to this one. This one is the Brooklyn Raglan by Tori Yu, and I'm using some Dragon Hoard yarn. This is the Bone Carver color. That gonna focus? I really love all of the colors in this one. Let's see. I was right here last time. This is a cute little dragon head that I got from Dragon Hoard yarn. A couple years ago at the Great Basin Fiber Arts. I don't know if it's a fair or a festival. And so I've gone about this far. I am alternating skeins on this one. I love this. It reminds me of camping and the mountains. It's stockinette right here, and then there's a texture pattern on the sleeves. So I think I'm about halfway done with the body. And then there's some short row shaping for the hem. It's got like a scoop hem. But this one I think will be my next one that I get a lot of progress done this week. Unless I work on these other ones. Let's talk about these ones. Oh, let me grab it. There we go. So in my Fred's Lady Creates bag, this one is a Sassy Sacks. In my Red's Lady Creates bag, I have the yarn I got for my daughter that came in last week, the Tippy Tree yarns in the Star-Crossed Lovers color. And I have started the Uptown Tee by Tori Yu. she picked out this pattern. She wanted a t-shirt. And let's see. I don't know. I think this is the back. And then these are the sleeves. So it's got this fun mesh sleeves. I'm still in the Raglan increases. I've got my little teeny tiny, I don't even know if you can see those. These were some honeycomb stitch markers that I got, I think, in one of my Yarnable sets, and they're just tiny. And then I'm using my Twice Shared Sheep counter or knit, and it's got knit on one side, the K, and then it's got I, let's see, I on the other side. So when it's on the K, you knit. When it's on the I, you increase. And I still have, I think, 9 more increase rows to go. So I started this one yesterday. I was like, okay, I have all this stuff. I know the pattern. I know the size. Let's get started on that, because this is for my daughter. She is 17. This is her senior year in high school, and she asked me to make her a sweater, so I am going to make her a sweater. She picked out this color, and once I get through all of the increases, the Raglan increases, and split for sleeves, then I will alternate skeins. So I worked on that one a little bit yesterday. I also worked on my campsite waffle cardigan. I'm still working on the back side. I'm using Big Twist Fleck from Joann's, and this is the Black Sesame color. Black Sesame sprinkles. It's got 208 yards per 100 grams. And let's see. I was right here last time. So I've done a few more repeats. This is the back section. I think I have to go half or one more. This is about half the length I have to do on the back. I think for my size, you knit 20, 25, 27 inches from the cast on edge. And then that's as far as I've read so far in the pattern, but I'm just gonna work away on that. And then I worked on, I got my new needles. These are the Addy Flexi Flips. I got the size 10.5 and size 11, so I could work on the oxbow cardigan. I'm also using the Big Twist. This is the ice cream cake color. And I got this far on the sleeve. I think I was about this far last time. I ripped it out and started over with these. It worked out so much better with these in the round to begin with. And then I was noticing some laddering on the sides, so I got to where I could put it back on circulars. So this isn't as tight as the other ones. I did order a new row counter from Twice Sure Cheap to keep track for my increases. There's just some really loose spots in here. I'm not sure. I'm still trying to figure out what feels comfortable on big needles, small circumference. So this will fit on my arm like this. It's a very, very loose gauge. I haven't measured gauge on this one yet either. I probably should. This may or may not be the yarn for this pattern. I might choose something else. I don't know. We'll see how this goes. I love the pattern. It's the Oxbow Cardigan by Andrea Mowry. It's well written, easy to follow. I've done multiple of her patterns before. The way she writes them out is easy to follow, easy to read. I'm just not sure if I like this yarn on this size needle with small circumference yet. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. So that was everything I worked on this week. Let's see. We went school clothes shopping on Wednesday. We traveled about 2 hours away into northern Utah, into the Ogden area, and we went to the mall and we went shopping. My daughter got some school clothes, and then I stopped at Michael's and Hobby Lobby while we were there. And at Michael's, I got some Patton's Croy. I don't think I've worked with this color before. This is like a self-patterning, self-striping in the slate jacquard color. So I got these to make me a pair of socks. These are nice and warm in the winter here in Wyoming. And then at Hobby Lobby, I found this one, this fingering weight yarn. This is 100% superwash merino. And does it have a color? Market at Malta. Are you gonna focus? Then I got stonework. speckles on one side and the color on the other. And then I got two of this color. This one is flamenco. It's speckled. I think there's some gray, maybe not gray, blue. The light pink. And I think I might take these two and make a ripple crop, and maybe not crop it, by Jessie made. So I got those while we were shopping. And then in the mail, I got my Momma Jess August Mystery set. This was the Beach Sunset color, and then aqua for the mini. I love this purple. And then my Yarnable did come in, and I said I would show my row 1. So let me open the bag for the row 1. Those are the colors I got this time from row 1. And my little goodie bag. We got classic tea candy. There's 2. And then the stitch marker this month is a cute little cocktail glass. And the dyer this time is Salty Blonde Fibers. And then I got my Yarnable, handy dandy bag. It came with this ruler. This is a mood ruler, so if you it changes colors with the heat. Thought that was fun. This will be nice for measuring sleeves when you need something flat. Then we have I think our color this time is Neon Graffiti. It's got some guess the movie quotes. There's 4 quotes from 80s movies. Rubber duck zipper pull. So we've got this cute little ducky. And some mosquito itch relief patch, mosquito. So when you get a mosquito bite, you just put this over the patch, over the mosquito bite, and then you don't feel like you need to itch it. Drug-free, latex-free, 12 patches. And then we have the yarn. I have already looked at the yarn, and I'm pretty sure I'm caking it up as soon as I'm done recording. So it comes in a bag, and this is the color this time. I am not going to wait. I have, I think, 3 or 4 pairs of socks on the needles that I haven't touched at all this week, but this is getting caked up and cast on as soon as I'm done recording. I'm not waiting. If I wait, it will not get cast on. I've wanted to make a pair of mittens for me for probably about 2 years. I have the pattern. I have the Tin Can Knits World's Simplest Mittens pattern. I have the Tin Can Knits app. I could cast them on and make them. I have DK weight yarn. I have everything I need to make them. I just have not cast them on. So they have not got made. Cast it on or it won't ever get made. Just do it. So these are getting cast on today. I'm making socks for me. I think they might be all one color. I don't think I'll do contrasting anything. I think I'm just going to cast them on and just go. Pretty sure that's what I'm going to do as soon as I'm done today. So, I think that's everything that I wanted to talk about today. I still have some other projects that I am working on. I just have not worked on them this week. So, if you remembered from a few months ago, I had this bag. This is a Twinkle and Twilight bag. It has some yarn that I caked up, and I started a V-back tee with this color. I frogged it. It is no longer the V-back tee. I was working on it and I was getting ready to fade in the next color, and it said work to so many inches and then fade in. I thought it was because you do the color and then you start in the pattern, and I thought it was after the collar measurement you started measuring after the collar to that many inches, but you measured with the collar. And so I was going to have to rip back, but every single row had multiple different increases. There was some left-leaning increases, some right-leaning increases, some make ones. I don't remember if there was knit front back, but it would be a little more complicated just to tink back a couple of rows. I wouldn't remember where I was. I wouldn't remember what increase row I had done. So I decided to just rip all the way back and start over. And then I was watching the We Share Needles podcast, and Maddie and Kristen were making this for the Arkansas Yarn Crawl. And Maddie finished hers. Kristen was almost finished. She's going to finish. But they were talking about the construction, and they said that almost every row had some kind of increase or short row. And I said, I don't want to think that much. I really don't. This is going to be a different sweater. So it's in the bag. It's ready to go. I think I'm going to make the Vibes tee with it. So that one did get frogged. But that's the only one that I had worked on. I think I did talk about how I was going to rip it back. I did rip it back, and now it's going to be something else. So, I think that is everything this week. I have 1 week left that I do not have to go into the school for anything. If I choose to go in, I can. I might go in a couple of times, but this is my very last week of knitting whenever I want to. And so we'll see how much progress I get done. Comment down below what you think I'll get finished, what you think I'll work on. If you want to see what would you want to see me work on over the next week, so you can see it next week. I'm still working on my joggers. I'm still working on my feather and fan blanket. I haven't put any progress on those. I didn't touch my What the Fluff DK sweater. There was at least 2 pairs of socks that I didn't touch. And I am still working on my DK Jelly Roll blanket with my Yarn Cafe Creation minis. As soon as I finish that blanket, I will post the last update, and then I will show it on here. So let me know what you would like to see next week. Give me your thoughts on what you think I'll cast on, or if I'll just cast on the socks and that's it. Yeah, so until next time, happy knitting.